Trevor Noah's Born a Crime is a remarkable and moving book that tells the story of his unique life. Trevor Noah is now known around the world as the host of The Daily Show. Noah was born and raised in South Africa after apartheid ended. His life stories offer powerful lessons about survival, resilience, and the complicated facts of race and society in a country that is changing. Trevor Noah is the main person in this book. He is also the main character in this true story. He was born a crime because he was the child of a black Xhosa mother and a white Swiss father. This was against South Africa's strict apartheid rules at the time. Patricia Nombayiselo Noah, Noah's mother, is another important character in this story. Her determination, courage, and religious faith had a big impact on how Noah saw the world and lived his life. She comes across as a strong woman who deals with poverty, racial discrimination, and domestic violence while never stopping to teach and inspire her son. The plot of Noah's book is made up of short stories from his life that show his childhood and early adulthood. These stories are funny, sad, and scary at the same time. They look at the complicated issues of identity, racism, and social and economic battle. Noah talks about many things that happened in his childhood, like how he learned to handle social norms and relationships through the lens of his mixed-race identity and how he used his quick wit and sense of humor to deal with problems and ease tensions. He also talks about his mischievous adventures, how he dealt with marital violence, and how he helped the underground economies in his area. The story is about his first dates and his fight to feel like he belongs in a society where racism and segregation are built into the system. At its heart, Born a Crime uses the intimate lens of personal experiences to show larger themes like the absurdity and brutality of apartheid, the strength of the human spirit in the face of oppression, the power of education, and the deep-rooted systemic problems that still plague societies after institutionalized racism. Even after apartheid ended, there was still a big difference in how much money each race had. This was a result of how the cruel system had changed the country. For example, Noah's stories about learning different languages as a child, like English, Xhosa, Zulu, and Afrikaans, and using them to get by show how important language can be as both a barrier and a bridge between people. His stories also show how, as a person with two different races, he often felt like he didn't fully belong to either the white or the black group. These events give a different view of how complicated race and identity are. In another powerful example, Noah talks about how his stepfather shot his mother. This is a chilling reminder of how damaging domestic violence is, and it shows how strong and resilient his mother is. Even though this is a terrible thing that happened, it shows how close Noah and his mother are and how strong family bonds can be. Noah's stories are often about things that are both sad and funny. The way he talks about his experiences is honest and sharp-witted, which often lightens the seriousness of the story and shows how silly the social rules he had to deal with were. In the end, Born a Crime is a deeply moving, funny, and intelligent look at life in South Africa during apartheid and after it ended. Through Trevor Noah's life, the book shows how systemic oppression affects people for a long time, how strong the human spirit is, and how love, education, and laughter can change people for the better. It shows how strong people can be when they face the cruelties and nonsense of life head-on with wit, knowledge, and a strong spirit.